Hi everyone, welcome to today's show. I'm Li Muyang. On one normal highway, just 120 kilometers long, they suddenly added 3 new toll booths. Guess how long they will charge? 29 years and 10 months. Yes, you heard right. Almost 30 years. One company, said to be the smartest and most kind-hearted business in the country, suddenly gave all its 41 billion yuan in assets to its employees. Why? To survive by cutting off its own arm. This is not a story. It's real life right now. Now look at Beijing's economic circle, the capital area. It used to be full of busy head offices, but now, because the government forced many to move to Xiong'an and added heavy rules and controls, it's falling apart fast. The excitement in those tall buildings just disappeared. At the same time, the official report says retail sales started strong this year. But the real picture is different. Car sales dropped 19%. Phone sales got cut in half. And fancy restaurants in big cities are closing everywhere. Are these problems just random? Or are they all connected, like beads on a string, making their last sounds before breaking? Local governments are already at the edge of a cliff with no money left. Today, let's look through my eyes at the real situation of China's local government money problems in 2026. If you care about China's economy, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell for all notifications so you don't miss future shows. Let's start with Pangdong Lai. In early March 2026, the founder of Pangdong Lai, a famous private company in Henan named Lai, did something that shocked the business world in Henan. He gave the company's 41 billion yuan in assets to over 10,000 employees as shares. Managers got half, regular workers got half, store managers got up to 20 million yuan each, team leaders 300,000 yuan, and normal workers 200,000 yuan each. These are real numbers, real money. On the surface, it looks like a nice thing Lai did before retiring, being good to his workers. But look closer, and the story is more like a scary movie, full of pressure. People who know the Henan business world say it started when top leaders in Henan, especially in Zhengzhou and Xuchang, personally invited Pangdong Lai to open their first big Dream City store in Zhengzhou. They promised the government gives the land and builds the shopping mall. Pangdong Lai just runs it. It sounded like a win for both sides, but halfway through building, the government changed. No more money from us, you pay the 4 billion yuan yourself. The promise turned into zero cost for them. The company pays and takes all the risk, and they still share future profits. Lai is very smart. He saw the trick right away. So before the Zhengzhou store even opened, he turned the 41 billion into shares and gave it all away. One online comment said it best: if he doesn't give the money away, it will die anyway. Even more shocking, soon after giving it away, some Pangdong Lai products got reported for having too much of a chemical in eggs. The Xuchang market regulators quickly started an investigation. Is this a coincidence or a clear warning? If you don't obey, we'll make trouble. This is not just one case. It's a new way to take things quietly. Local governments are broke, so they target private companies' cash and good name. They invite them into projects to pay and fill holes. If the company says no, regulators, public opinion, and tax people come like a flood. If Henan is doing careful harvesting from private companies, Shangshi is doing it openly and directly. On March 11, 2026, the Shanxi provincial government officially approved. On National Highway 108 in Xinzhou area, from Shahe to Shilingguan, only 120 kilometers, they added 3 new toll booths: Zaolin, Shizhen, and Langchun. They will charge for 29 years and 10 months. The prices are clear. Small cars under 2.5 tons pay 10 yuan each time. Big trucks over 30 tons pay 70 yuan. 3 booths in 120 kilo, average less than 40 kilometers apart. That's super dense, never seen before. Even crazier, back in 2009, the whole country stopped road maintenance fees and switched to fuel tax. National highways should be free now. The cost is already in gas prices. Charging again is like skinning the same sheep twice. When people heard, drivers got angry. Some called the Shangshi government official road robbers, said their way of taking is too ugly, and you have to buy the road to go out. But this is not just Shanxi's idea. Since 2024, provinces like Anhui, Gansu, Hubei, Jilin, Jiangsu, Shandong, and more have added hundreds of new toll booths on national and provincial roads. Shanxi is just the latest and clearest example. Why are governments suddenly acting like road robbers? Simple. They have no money left. Big holes in budgets. They have to find ways to fill them. These two things are not alone. Since 2024, many provinces brought back toll booths on national roads, and private companies get invited to pay for projects all the time. But this is just the starter. The biggest sign of governments running out of money is Beijing. The whole capital economic circle is collapsing quietly. Beijing used to be China's strongest economic area. It had 1.5 to 2 million people in central government, military, and big state company headquarters, plus foreign and private head offices, research, lawyers, accountants, PR people. Total about 4 million people. That's 37% of Beijing's working people. These people had steady pay and spent a lot, supporting houses inside the Fifth Ring Road, schools, hospitals, and high-end services. They were the heart of the city's economy. But in recent years, the top leaders hit this strong base hard, again and again, and broke it. After 2021, big internet companies got hit hard. Alibaba got fined 18.2 billion yuan. Meituan, ByteDance, all got punished. The fines were just the surface. The real damage was forced changes and endless rules that made companies afraid to grow and take risks. Wangjing Soho used to rent for 8 to 9 yuan per square meter per day. Now it's 3 to 4 yuan, more than cut in half. In 2025, Beijing's top office building rents fell 11 to 16% compared to last year, even in the central business area. Finance got hit hard too. Bonuses had to be given back. High managers sold houses to pay debts and stopped spending. People who used to feel confident suddenly saved everything. Education tutoring got wiped out. Foreign companies left in big numbers. High-paid foreign sales managers lost jobs and stayed unemployed for over a year. The final big hit that broke the core was Xi's Xiong'an plan. Officials say Xiong'an is to move non-capital jobs out. So state companies, government offices, universities, hospitals got forced to move. Now Xiong'an has over 400 state company offices, and 4 top universities plan campuses for 60,000 people. But look at the money. One university brings as much economy as a small city. Haidian and Changping small business areas, restaurants, stores, hotels, all lived on students and parents. Now people move to Xiong'an bit by bit. Wudaoku and Shuiyuan Road lost their crowds fast. High-end restaurants closing is even more obvious. Chaoyang's Chaofu, Fangchaodi Michelin restaurant Opera, Bombana closed quietly. Over 300 fancy Beijing restaurants, over 1,500 yuan per person, have closed more than 100 since 2024. Weirdly, companies like JD.com and ByteDance still buy land in Beijing to build. But it's not for business. It's political insurance to show power. We're still here. Real lively work already moved overseas. Core teams went to Singapore, operations to Wuhan or Chengdu. The signs are bad enough, but dig deeper to the real cause. Central power control, land money crash, hidden and open debts growing like snowballs. These are signs we see of money running out. But the deeper problem is the Communist Party leaders long ignoring real economic rules with their orders. This crazy messing around shows worst, clearest, and most typical in Beijing's economic circle. Beijing was a mature business place. High spending, high taxes from head offices, universities, hospitals. These should make real money. But they got forced to Xiong'an. Xiong'an has bad location, no supply chains. These things just sit empty, become useless. That's classic wrong use of resources. Result, Beijing lost real tax money, spending base, and good jobs. Xiong'an got just government show projects, concrete forests. Wealth got wasted in the move. Efficiency disappeared openly. Worse, high-level workers who believed hard work gets reward and contracts mean something lost all trust. Bonuses taken back. Money you earned might not be yours. They went from big spenders to super savers. High-end markets died. This is not just economy. It's people's hearts and trust in rules breaking. They say improve business environment on TV, but behind it's robbing private companies, forcing moves, heavy rules. They push spending but make people have no money. They make thousand-year plans but destroy good working economy. This is the top leaders ignoring real rules and messing around. The worst example in Beijing. When local governments go crazy to save themselves, they take more from normal people's pockets. This shows straight in 2026 January-February retail sales data. National Statistics Bureau said on March 16th, January-February retail sales total 86,079 billion yuan, up 2.8% from last year. Officials said strong start, good opening. Goods sales up 2.5%, restaurant sales up 4.8%, faster than December by 1.9 points. Sounds good, but behind 2.8% is a totally different world. Online people compared real industry numbers to official ones. The difference is huge and shocking. Cars. Real data from car groups shows national passenger car sales dropped 18.9%. Officials said only 7.3%. Phones. Real data shows January phone shipments down 16.1%. Officials said communications gear up plus 117.8%. Restaurants. Officials say plus 4.8% nationwide. But in big cities like Beijing and Shanghai, it's near zero or negative. People moved spending to smaller towns and counties. Chinese New Year had 9 super long holiday days. Should be big spending time. Travel, car rentals, warm winter trips were hot. But normal goods sales fell straight down. When house money disappears, people expect less income, debts are high, normal people don't just not want to spend, they have no money and are scared to spend. So hundreds of millions tighten belts, and the whole spending engine stops. Behind this is a big hidden crisis in society spending. Recently, an article called "The Big Collapse is Coming" spread crazy fast in WeChat groups, then got blocked everywhere, but screenshots still spread like a virus in private chats. It says straight, China's problem now is not small parts. It's the biggest full system failure since 1949. Politics is super weird. Weak state council versus strong party center pulling against each other. Economy collapsing everywhere. Military big cleanups and training day and night. People's minds near breaking point. The most painful part mocks the ruling way. Lie on one side, demand trust on the other, block all ways out on one side, study solutions on the other. Make people poor on one side, push spending on the other. Break companies on one side, shout solve jobs on the other. This article got so much echo not just because it's sharp, but because it says what millions of normal people feel. Trust in government is gone. People's hearts are quietly leaving. Warnings from outside also matter. Hudson Institute's 2025 report, Preparing for Communist China After, warns, inside the party, many imbalances. Economy stopped, old people more, house crisis, young no jobs, corruption slow, plus outside pressure. System collapse chance is rising. In other words, all these quiet signs are clearly telling us the crisis is not if it comes, it's when it explodes in the worst way. If today's talk touched you, please like, comment, share your real feelings. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell. Next time, we keep going together.